Well, no grinding for the cattle this evening. I blew a hose and ooh, this little booger right here probably be, I don't know, it's got to probably $500-600 for that hose. But I've got to set out hay today, no grinding. So I'll talk to you a little later. Well, hello everybody. Hope everybody's doing great. I just got through setting up hay. I busted the hydraulic hose there on the other tractor. So I didn't get to the grind today, and so I had to set out hay. I like grinding it a lot better than feeding troughs and collecting manure where I can spread on my hay field and pasture, but it is what it is. Maybe I can get that hose tomorrow. Hopefully I don't have to order the darn thing. It seems like this day and time you got to order everything. You can't get nothing. They don't keep nothing in stock no more. But either that or I'll find a place to have it made up on. But anyway, speaking of agriculture, President Trump having the DOJ investigating the packers again, price fixing, and the cattlemen has always got shortchanged by the packers. We're just a mercy of them, and any new packing facility that opens up usually winds up they mess them up. Price it to where they go out of business, or they buy them up to get rid of the competition, and that's why you don't see no new packing houses built. You know, there was 107,000 farms and family ranches went out of business in the last 5 years, and now we're importing more beef. Think about that: 107,000 small family farms and ranches out of business. And I'm sure that includes some of the guys out west that grow our soybeans, wheat, and corn. People don't realize what it takes to do this for a living full time. On our operation, where we went from tobacco and cattle to just cattle, and the guys out west who grow those 1,000 acres of corn and wheat and soybeans and barley, their combines and stuff now that they run are $1 million or more. And they're at the mercy of the banks. And so are we. So are the cattle producers. If you do this full time, you got to have operating loans, lines of credit to live on, because you most of the time, I'll say 99% of the time, you don't make enough to pay your bills. You've got to go to Old Farm Credit or wherever and get a loan, continue on for the next year to eat, to pay your bills, to pay your light bill. And you can't blame the younger generation for not continuing. I mean, and as our farmers age out, the kids are not wanting to come back to farm, and farms are being sold off, and subdivisions made. We're taking land for agriculture out of use. We're starting to import more foods. It's not up to our standards. My belief is the American farm and rancher grows some of the best products in the world. Our problem is we went everywhere else and showed them how to grow food. All these other countries, all these politicians all the time are sending money all over the world for to show somebody how to grow corn in Brazil or wherever, and they let the American farmer suffer. They paid other countries to show them how to do what we learned, and they left the American farmer behind. I think that they can grow the product cheaper over there, and they regulate the shit out of the American farmer and rancher. But there's the products overseas, who knows what's been sprayed on them, because they're not regulated like we are. Some chemicals that's outlawed here in the United States are still being used overseas, and it's being shipped in this country, and you're eating it. Take the Netherlands, come out with this stuff they're giving cattle to supposedly stop some methane. Now the cattle are dying. And the dairy products that they're milking out of those cattle are going into the milk. So if they export that, and if you drink it, you're getting that product that's killing those cows. And they mandated it, mandatory. If they don't feed it to their animals, then they either fined or go to jail. That's how stupid they are. And if John Kerry would have had his way, it would have been here. You know, Bill Gates is experimenting with that in Australia right now. It's a different form, a different product, but he's experimenting with it in Australia. Why are they trying to play God? God created this earth. God created these animals to put on the land, to grow the grass, to grow the trees, so that we have carbon to make oxygen. I mean, and they're trying to play God. You had them, Bill Gates trying to block the sun out. It takes sunshine to grow a plant. I mean, you know, sooner or later, God's going to get tired of that and start punishing. And I wish he would. Some of these people who think they're God, bring them down a notch. We need God back in this country. We need Jesus Christ in this country so bad. Need common sense back in this country. You know, they try to take God out of everything, but I noticed they got no problem with Muhammad. You ever notice that? These newscasters get on and talk about Islam, Muhammad, and all these people, have them on there, but if they get a preacher on there talking about Jesus Christ, they cut them off. Well, I got news for them. This country wasn't founded under Muhammad. It was founded under God. Jesus Christ is king in this country, no matter what. No matter what battle we face, people, remember, faith. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. All we have to do is prayer. All we have to do is stay together, stick together, and pray. That's why I try to get people to vote so bad, you know, for American First people that's got common sense, protect America, protect their family farms and ranches, so that our children, the next generation, if they choose so to farm and feed this country, then they have the opportunity to do that. You know, it's like the globalists want to destroy America and want us dependent, want us to, you take Obama and Hillary Clinton and those people, they want to turn us into a third world country. That's what their plans was. Be globalized, one world order, one world government. President Trump come in and sort of turned over the apple cart. And we need to pray for that man, people. Keep in prayer that God keeps him safe. And maybe he can turn this country around a little bit. Maybe not, it won't be as way as we want, but maybe we can stop these left-wing radical communist socialists from taking over this country without a battle. Let's pray about it, that we can do it without fighting. let's hope we can fight it at the ballot box and not in the streets. But with all the live streams that I've seen, these people coming out, shooting at ICE agents, attacking police officers, we're going to be in a battle. So, as Mark Hatfield said yesterday, the best thing you can do right now is start preparing, stop stocking up on food. If you haven't got your boomstick, and I suggest you go out and buy you one and start preparing to what's to come, because this radical Islam is trying to take a foothold in this country, and I'm afraid we're in for a battle. Good Lord willing, I'll see you next time, and remember, support your local family farms and ranches if you can. Buy local. God bless each and every one of you.